Ghosts. Hey, it's Sue in the restricted section. Today I'm going to do my August book haul, which it's a little bit early, but I'm probably not going to buy any more books this month, so might as well do it. And I've already bought quite a few because I went to a couple thrift stores, and I can't help myself at thrift stores. Their books are so cheap. The first place I went this month was Barnes & Noble because I did go to the midnight release of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which I bought. I still haven't read it though. I've heard very mixed reviews, so I'm not really sure what to expect or how I will feel about it. And I just kind of, with the midnight release, like I was just along for the ride, really. Like, obviously I haven't read it yet, so I would have had no problem just picking it up later, but I was there, so I got it. And then while I was at it, I picked up The Tales of Beedle the Bard by J.K. Rowling. I haven't read this, so I thought I'd pick it up. And I was also, I'll be honest, I was a little tipsy while I was there because I'd been at Beer Fest earlier and had been drinking all day. So, you know, I was like, take all my money, because that's what happens when I'm drunk. I'm like, I'll buy that. I'll buy all the things. Does the whole bar want a drink? I'll buy you one. But anyway, the last book that I got there was Homecoming by Yaa Gyasi, and I've been hearing a lot about this one on BookTube here lately, and everyone I've heard talk about it has loved it, so I wanted to check it out. I know it's set in Ghana, but I don't really actually know that much else about it. I think it covers like several generations of one family. Is it two half-sisters, it says? I don't know, but it's from what I've heard from everyone, it's a fantastic book, so I can't wait to read that one. Okay, next I went to a thrift store. I went to the DAV or the Red Racks or whatever the fuck it's called now. But I picked up a few books there, and the first one is Timeline by Michael Crichton. I actually didn't realize until after I brought this home that I've seen the movie adaptation for this, and I did not like it. So hopefully the book is better. We'll see. But it's a time travel thing, which I usually love, but this one, the movie was, the movie was more about them trying to survive during, because I think they travel back to, they're in the middle of like the 100 Years' War, I think, or something, some war happening, and they're trying to just survive this war, basically, is more what it's about than the time travel in the movie, that is. So I don't know about the book, but we'll see. The movie also, Paul Walker, may he rest in peace, was terrible in that movie. His acting was awful, so that might have also hindered my enjoyment there, but Gerard Butler was good in it, and normally I don't like Gerard Butler. I don't like Gerard Butler in romantic comedies. I like him in action movies, but every rom-com I've seen with him in it, I was like, I just, did not like him at all. He also was in that one terrible one with Katherine Heigl. I don't like her either, so. But anyway, moving on. The last book no, that's not true. The next book I got there is called Live from Death Row, and it's by Mumia Abul-Jamal. And this is his writings while he was in prison on death row. I believe he killed a cop, and I think the trial was really controversial. A lot of people said that the jury was biased and that he shouldn't have been convicted. So I'm sure that will be really interesting and probably difficult to read because I know that America's prison system is pretty fucked, so I'm sure he had a terrible time in there. Next I got Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. I don't actually know what this is about either, but the only book I've read by her is Gone Girl, and I did like it, and I've heard mostly great things about all of her other books, so I'm sure I'll like this. And the only thing is that someone, can you see that? Someone scotch taped the dust jacket to the book. Like, Why? What the fuck? So that's kind of annoying. I mean, I get why someone would do that so that it doesn't bug you while you're reading, but like just take the dust jacket off while you're reading it. How hard is that? I don't know. I don't understand why. But next, I was in Kansas City visiting my sister, and she lives right by a Savers, so I went to Savers and got some books. And the first one is Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass, an American Slave by Frederick Douglass. And I've read excerpts of this, I believe, in school, but I don't think I've ever read the whole thing, so that should be definitely an interesting read. Next, I got True Grit by Charles Portis. This is another one that I've actually seen the movie and didn't care for it that much. I've seen the remake, the new movie, with Matt Damon. Is Matt Damon in it? I don't remember, but yeah, I didn't really like that movie all that much, but I've heard really good things about the book. Jeff Bridges, that's the person whose name I couldn't remember. Jeff Bridges is also in the movie. But anyway, also the original movie was a John Wayne movie, I think, and I've only seen one John Wayne movie ever, but it pissed me off and it made me never want to watch another John Wayne movie ever in my life. And I know that like sexism and misogyny was like common then, but holy shit, in this movie I watched, he spanked a woman. He bent a woman over his knee and spanked her, and I was like, I can't. I can't do it. I can't. So that's the only John Wayne movie I've ever seen, and I was just done. This is about a girl, she's a teenager, I think, and someone kills her father, and she goes on this quest to avenge him. I actually saw Juan from Just Juan Reader do a review of this book recently, and he really liked it, so I'm hoping that I like the book better than I liked the movie. Next, I got The Bean Trees by Barbara Kingsolver. And what's this one about? I don't know. Let me just read the back because, as I've said before, I'm bad at summarizing things. But this says, meet Taylor Greer. Clear-eyed and spirited, she grew up poor in rural Kentucky with two goals: to avoid pregnancy and to get away. She succeeds on both counts when she buys a '55 Volkswagen and heads west. But by the time our plucky, if unlikely heroine pulls up on the outskirts of Tucson, Arizona at an auto repair shop called Jesus is Lord Used Tires, that also happens to be a sanctuary for Central American refugees, she's inherited a 3-year-old American Indian girl named Turtle. What follows, as Taylor meets the human condition head-on, is at the heart of this memorable novel about love and friendship, abandonment and belonging, and the discovery of surprising resources in apparently empty places. Sounds like it'll pull on the heartstrings. So, also, I love these editions of books. Harper Perennial, I don't know, I have this one, Their Eyes Were Watching God, in the same edition, and I just think they're really pretty, so I like those. And then I got The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, so that maybe I can finally fucking read The Great Gatsby since everyone else on planet Earth has read this book but me. Yeah, I mean, most people I think had to read this for school. I never did for some reason, so yeah, I'm finally gonna read that one. And then the last one I got there was All the Pretty Horses by Cormac McCarthy. I've been wanting to read more Cormac McCarthy ever since I read The Road because I thought that book was just beautifully and brilliantly written. So, and I've heard great things about pretty much all of his other books. So I'm excited to read this one. I know it's a Western. I don't know anything else about it. I don't think I've even seen this movie, so it's got something to do with horses. Yeah. And then the last books I got this month I got from Book Outlet because I can't not buy from Book Outlet every month for some reason. But I only got 3 books because one of them was expensive for Book Outlet prices. But the first thing I got was a graphic novel, which is not really something I usually get, but this one looked really cool, and it's called Anathema. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I think I did. And the cover drew me in first because it's got this real, and there's like a shadow, hopefully you can see it well, but it's got this real creepy looking like werewolf guy on the front. And this is volume 1, I didn't mention that, The Evil That Men Do, it's called. And unfortunately, I don't think there was ever a volume 2, and that was, I did look at the Goodreads reviews before I bought this, and a lot of people did say that it ends abruptly, but it still had good reviews, so I went ahead and got it. But it's about, I think it's set in, I don't know, the 1800s or something, sometime in the past, and these two girls fall in love, but their love is forbidden because, you know, they're women, they're two women, and I'll just read it because it sounds cooler the way they said it. When the love between Sarah and Mercy falls foul of Sarah's puritanical father, it sets Mercy on a blood-drenched path to redeem her lover's soul. But to bring an end to the monstrous cult who would cast Sarah into hell, Mercy must take on the power and fury of the werewolf. So that sounds pretty cool. So I wanted to read that. And the artwork, yeah, it looks pretty awesome, I think. So yeah. And then next I got We Are All Stardust. And this is, says Conversations with Stefan Klein, and translated by Ross Benjamin. And this is a collection of essays by scientists. And it says, scientists who shaped our world talk about their work, their lives, and what they still want to know. So I know it's got like Jane Goodall in here, and Richard Dawkins, Peter Singer, etc., etc. So I think that will be extremely interesting, and I'm pretty excited to pick that one up sometime in the near future. And then lastly, this was the one that I spent a little bit more money on than I would normally spend on a book outlet book, that's for sure. But I couldn't resist because you guys know how much I love Alice in Wonderland. And they had the annotated Alice on there. I wish there wasn't a shadow. Yeah, I got the annotated Alice by Lewis Carroll, edited by Martin Gardner, and expanded and updated by Mark Burstein. So yeah, I couldn't resist this. It was like 15 bucks on Book Outlet, which I don't think is bad. The inside is actually quite lovely as well. It's got little Alice on the front. Or not the inside, the actual book part, you know what I mean. And then yeah, inside it's got pictures and all kinds of annotated stuff. So I'm pretty pumped about that too. And this is the 150th anniversary deluxe edition. And it's in like pretty much perfect condition. So I can't complain. 15 bucks for that. Not bad. So those are all the books that I've bought in August. So thanks everyone for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. There will be links below where you can find myself and Megan other places on the internet. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.